Ruffy and The Riverside is a 3D platformer that aims to innovate on the genre with an interesting mechanic, the ability to swap environmental textures. While Ruffy doesn't always nail the execution, this platform puzzler has a lot to love. So let's chat about it. My name's Kevin from Save the Game Media. If you're into day one reviews for brand new games, consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Also, big shout out to Pirate PR and Zocrate Labs for providing a code for this review. Ruffy in the Riverside throws you into the role of Ruffy, a cute 2D bear in a 3D world, along with his trustful bee companion Pip. Ruffy is appointed as the chosen one, a savior of Riverside who must save them from the returning evil Growl. In order to accomplish this, Ruffy must do what all 3D platforming mascots must: collect things. You'll be tasked with retrieving the sacred letters of Riverside, but to do this, you'll be sent to a variety of different areas. Ruffy differs from most 3D platformers as it's more of an open world as opposed to a hub world where you choose different levels. This isn't my favorite design for these types of games, as you'll constantly have to run everywhere, which can feel a bit tedious, even after getting faster means of transportation later in the game, which helps but doesn't solve the problem completely. The environments, however, are beautiful and diverse, ranging from a city castle, beaches, forests, deserts, and even snow areas. The world has some great biomes to explore. Within each of these areas, you'll find a small section of repeating enemies and puzzles. So many puzzles. This is something I really want to stress because it wasn't something I was aware of going into the game. While Ruffy does have platforming sections, I almost think it's more appropriate to call this a puzzle game. The movement in Ruffy in the Riverside is limited to one jump with a short glide afterwards, and the combat just has you mashing the X button. You won't find platforming time trials here or complex movement. What you will find is a vast variety of puzzles to solve. If solving puzzles isn't your thing, I would tread carefully because the key mechanic that sets Ruffy apart, as I mentioned, from other platformers in this space is Ruffy's ability to swap environmental patterns with nearly everything around him. Is a barrel made of stone, but you need to cross the water, turn it into wood, and watch it flow as a brand new platform. Need to open a steel door in a lake, turn it into wood, and then the water into lava, watch it burn. The core concept of Ruffy is taking one thing and putting it somewhere else to progress. You'll be using this constantly to solve not only puzzles in the open world, but to progress through the main quest line. It's a unique take and addition to the genre for sure. However, I don't think the developers utilized it nearly enough or in unique ways. You'll often find yourself using the same combinations of swaps to progress throughout the game, like those I described above. Things that you learn early on are things you'll be doing at the end of the game. This can lead to some sections feeling tedious. There's a really only one instance I can think of where you use the swap ability that surprised me. It really was something I didn't expect, and I wish there was more of that in this game. That said, not every puzzle is a walk in the park to solve. I did get stuck multiple times because even though I felt I knew what to do, I wasn't exactly sure how to accomplish it with what was around me, and that can lead to some frustration.
Mm.
This almost feels like a first draft, and if Ruffy in the Riverside is to get a sequel, I would love to see what the developers can do and build upon the swap mechanic introduced here. While you'll find puzzles randomly scattered throughout the world, Ruffy incorporates almost an RPG quest log. You can talk to citizens throughout Riverside who will give you a variety of side quests to complete. The big ones consisting of collecting things, obviously butterflies, gemstones, or solving the pattern puzzles scattered throughout the world. There are a ton, and I mean a ton of things to collect. The butterflies being the easiest, and I actually got almost all of them throughout my playthrough, but some side stuff I genuinely interacted with only a couple of times and then moved on because I didn't really enjoy them. There's these certain pattern puzzles that you have to do, and those can really really feel tedious. One of the positives about Ruffy and the Riverside is it gives you a lot of freedom and a lot of content, meaning you can tackle whatever you want whenever you want. You can also customize Ruffy with different colored capes and even upgrade those capes with a plentiful amount of coins that you'll be picking up along your journey. The upgrades are random though, which felt like a strange choice. You're going to jump on this kind of slot machine wheel, and that'll tell you what cape upgrades what stat. Very strange choice, especially as I only wanted to wear my lovely red cape with Ruffy. As a big fan of 3D platformers, I did enjoy my time with Ruffy and the Riverside, even if it wasn't exactly what I expected. I think the story is full of charm and laughs, the art, environment, and music are beautiful, and the game runs really well on Series X. Does the game lean a bit too much into the puzzles for my liking? Sure, but I still enjoyed running around, collecting things, and jumping on platforms as this adorable little bear, and that's enough for me to give this game a recommend. I'll be sure to keep my eye on what is next for Ruffy and the development team. But until next time, I've been Kevin from Save the Game Media. See ya.